Hi guys and girls, John Moore back with you again. I'm doing a quick update on where I am on the Chevrolet C15A personnel lorry, or number 13 cab or number 12 cab. Quick update as to where I am at the moment. We'll be coming in 2 minutes. I just want to do a couple of little quick shout outs. I've been spending a lot of time in the on looking at YouTube clips and things lately. I've been watching the ISM lads and the Sterling Syndicate hangout benches. I find them very, very interesting, and just chatting in them is quite good. Couple of little shout outs, only 4. I'll put the links to these guys' channels at the bottom. Stefan Hochst, I hope I pronounced his name correctly. He's doing a British light tank, Mark 4B. It's a tank I've never seen before. It's a lovely little thing. He seems to have the same undercarriage track system kind of thing as the Army Universal Carrier. You know, the Universal Carriers? It seems to have the same kind of suspension system as that. So it looks like a lovely little thing. Tons of little bits and pieces. That's Stefan. So, flicking over, have a look at his channel. Brabo Painter. He's a Dutch guy, all the way from Holland. He's doing, starting off doing a little, I suppose you call it vignette diorama. He's going to have 2 figures on it. Lovely little figures now, actually, I must admit. And he did his first video in English. His English is actually very good, and he apologises for his English at the start. He doesn't no need to apologise for that. That was, I could really understand every single thing he said and everything he was on about. Check him out, Brabo Painter. As I said, the links will be at the bottom. Models time 135. I don't know what his name is. I can't understand a word he says in his videos, but his stuff is actually quite nice. The reason I can't understand a word of it, I don't speak Russian, and I presume it's Russian. He's either Russian or Polish. I'm not 100% sure. I'm sure he'll correct me at the bottom of this video whether he is Russian or Polish. But he's got some nice stuff. He did a lovely little diorama there with a little Pack 40. Lovely little job. Nice guy. And finally, a young chap who's done a couple of videos. Quality of his videos, they're improving. You know, we all have to start somewhere. And this young chap, he's got the right idea. He's got some nice little stuff. He goes a bit heavy on the weathering, but you know, we all start somewhere. You should have seen some of my earlier bits and pieces. Unbelievably rubbish. But Jacob, nice guy. I'd say he's about 13 or 14. Nice guy. It's good to see the young fellas coming up. He's doing, he likes the Panzerthrees for some reason. That's Jacob Panzerdry 89. Nice young chap. And give him an old look and subscribe. As you know yourself, the more subscribers you get and things, it builds up your own personal confidence, and you feel that, hey, these people like my stuff. Oh, I must be getting better, and you actually get better without realising it. So you know, he's only got 18 subscribers. Give him a go, lads. Come on. The young people. If we don't have the young people coming up, our hobby will die off. So that's my 4 little shout outs. I will be putting up links to these lads' channels at the bottom. Now, let's get back to this chap. I haven't got really that much done, and I'll kind of explain to you why. Right, in the instructions, it's got you making loads of little sub-assemblies. And you put all the sub-assemblies together then for a finish. On step 2, for instance, you got this sub-assembly here. Alright? Okay. Now, once you've that made, you end up with this little item here. That's it. All made up. Right? Tiny little thing. I have it kept in there. I made that. I did, you know, step 1, did step 2. And then I said, where does that get used? And I went all the way back up here. As you see, I re-stapled the book. And that piece doesn't get used until up here in step 35. So that's put away for ages. So I said, I'll have to rejig all this, and I'll do these some assemblies as I come to them rather than trying to, you know. So I didn't go as instructions. I went off my own way. So I started on the cab and then went to the engine, and at the moment I'm up here at this bit. And even for this bit, I'll explain to you when I show it to you, lots of it have to be painted as you go, because, you mean, that's already been all closed up, so you can't get in there, so therefore you have to paint it as you go, as you can imagine, into the cab and stuff. So that's basically the instructions. I'll just show you where I am. Excuse the hands across. I'll just use a little bit of blue paper and we'll zoom in a little bit there. Right, now we'll start off, and there's the cab that I've done. Hold on a second. No, that's not zooming too good. There we go. Now I just rearrange myself so I can see what I'm doing. It's handy to see what you're doing. That's a view from the top of the cab, obviously. Right. I have a figure in here, so the kit doesn't come with figures. I acquired some nice little figures, and this guy here fits in perfect, absolutely perfect for it, with his arm up on the side and all. Pity it won't flip and zoom in. Yeah, there we go. And as you can see, I've the cab done. Lights turned yellow. I painted them white and put a bit of the glue and glaze to, you know, glaze them up a bit. Did a perfect job on the glazing, but it turned the white paint yellow. So see whether I'll actually leave that or not, I don't know. But there's young Charlie Watts inside in the cab, and you've a couple of, if you can see down into there, you've the infield in the corners of that. Now I have another figure which I acquired for that. I'll show you in a few minutes, because I'll give you my idea for the diorama that I've got for it. So that's the cab. Next is the engine. Now, I'm not the best at these little things, but I thought that came out okay. You know, try to do a little bit of the wiring on the spark plugs. It's okay. It's okay. It's there. The effect is there and things. So that's the engine. To do another little bit of weathering to do on that, and a bit of chipping and stuff. So that's the engine. In step one, you have to make the wheels. So like I said, I made the wheels. The next step then is this little carriage piece here, which carries the spare wheel. That's glued in, but this hasn't been glued in yet, because to glue that in you have to have the wheel in place. But I have the wheel already painted up and stuff, ready to go in, the spare wheel. And that fits in there like that, with this piece popping in, holding that there like that, and then that'll be that piece like that. But like I said, it has to be painted as we go, so that's why that isn't fully assembled or anything like that. Let's zoom back out again to the normal. This is an A4 sheet of paper, and I'm going to just roughly draw out the idea that I have for this dial. this die is going to be a road with a crossroads. Road coming up to a crossroads. Okay? Do you get me? Road, crossroads. The truck is going to be coming up along here. Obviously now this, I'm going to have to make this a little bit bigger than that. And this is where you decide how big your dio is. You might say to yourself, oh, I only wanted it going to be this size, but I have this idea that I want to do on it. And you say to yourself, right, well, I can do that. Well, that distance there. There's no way a road is that thing. Even a lane would be bigger than that, right? So it's got to be, you know, widen the road. But you get my idea anyway. There's going to be a roadblock here. Barbary wire. There's going to be a signpost there. And right here is going to be a motorbike. And here is going to be a military policeman pointing off down that way. Right? In other words, this road is closed, you have to go down this way. And in the front of the truck, the reason the top of the truck is open is I have this young Canadian chap who's going to pop in there. Excuse me, I'm just getting to stand on the seat because it's a bit of a wiggle to get the right position, and I don't want to have him glued in place yet. Alright? So he's going to be there, and he's going pointing off there. I want to go down that way. And they're telling him, you know, you have to go this way, but whatever, the conversation is going. But as you can see, he's perfect for in there. He's absolutely perfect, and he's actually standing on the seats and everything. So it's scale-wise that you couldn't get better. And they're Tamiya figures of two different Tamiya kits. So this guy came with the Churchill kit, and this chap here came with a universal carrier. He sits in the back or the front of a universal carrier, but his elbow, with him sitting on the seat, look at his elbow. Now I didn't adapt that to, you know, so that his elbow would sit there. It's just happy coincidence. So that's where I am with that. And you know, everything falls into place bit by bit, and everything is subject to change. Like I said, even the dio is subject to change. Until I have the truck actually even dry assembled to get sizes, I have the motorcycle ordered that hasn't come yet. It's a little Tamiya kit with, you probably know it, it's got a BSA motorbike, two military policemen and a sign. We'll do something with it. Like I said, the pieces dictate the size of the dio. You know, if you want these pieces in the dio, then you know, you don't want to crowd it. You want it to look natural. As I was saying earlier on about you know, pieces we did earlier. Here's a piece now that I haven't shown on any of my videos before. Although I gave it, it was used as a prop piece. It's this. And it was one of the first models I did, getting back into modding. There's a little bit of dust there. But I'm just doing it just to show you, like, that the progression on where I was only a couple of months ago, less than a year ago, compared to where I am now. And I was absolutely over the moon, thrilled with how this came out. Now, it's not bad. I'm not saying that it's a heap of rubbish or anything like that. But I know that if I got to redo it, I'd do a 10 times better job. All the stowage here was me basically experimenting with milliput. And I actually made every last single piece of stowage there, apart from the rope, obviously, from milliput. And it was just an experiment, and it worked, and I was quite happy with it. Oops, I'm always knocking off antenna and aerials. This is one of those kits that has the full interior with the driver's compartment and all that, you know, and the turret bin. It's got all that kind of detail in it. The shells around the outside, little seats and things. You know, it wasn't an easy build, but when it came to the weathering stage, I over-weathered the daylights out of it, and you know, it's been cleaned up now. Used a couple of different. I've used it as a test piece for cleaning up different washes and stuff. So it's a little bit better than what it was. But in progression, we've started sort of with that. What I call a crude exterior. It's not bad. It's basic. And I went from that, say, to the McGack there, which is in the last video, and the progression, it's visible. So for the likes of, you know, young Jacob and things like that, yeah, none of us are experts, and we learn bits by bit, and by watching videos, learning from other people's tutorials, and like I said yourself, watching your own subscriptions go up, adding on a couple here and a couple there, and that builds up your confidence as well. So Jacob, don't give up, keep it going, man. You're doing good. You're doing everything right. And for anybody else out there that is thinking of starting a channel, why not? It's so simple. It doesn't cost you anything. You know, it shows what you've got. Anyway, that's my update on the truck. Progress so far. My next step, like as I said, is just to finish off, move on to this piece, and then I'm on to the main chassis section of that. So, hope you liked the video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Much appreciated. I'm up to 120 subscribers. I will be doing a giveaway quite soon. I have a figure in mind when I will be doing a giveaway at, and it'll be, because it's John Moore's 135 thing, I'm doing a giveaway at 135 subscribers. So when I reach the 135 subscriber mark, I'll be doing a giveaway. I have a nice piece in mind. I have it actually ordered and all. So